Welcome to Disha School Science. I am Tapan Sarma, present here, trying to teach science lessons for high school students. Today I am present here to teach science lesson for class 10 students. The topic is chemical reaction and equation. This chapter comprises of 3 videos covering everything of this lesson. So you should download the videos once, and according to your convenient time you can see part by part of these lessons. Let's start now. So before that, one request: you subscribe the channel and press bell icon so that you can get continuous notification of my channel. Let's start now. Chemical reaction and equation. At first, you have to know the mind map. This mind map. So this is mind map about this chemical reaction and equation. So first of all, chemical equation. So you know chemical equation. Chemical equation is the representation of chemical reaction in the form of equation by using symbol and formula. So to discuss chemical equation, so these are the topic you should know. At first, coming symbol. So symbol is a short representation of element to save time and space. For example, oxygen symbol will be O, hydrogen symbol will be H, sodium symbol will be Na, this natrium. Some of these elements symbol we get from Latin names: sodium Na, potassium K, kalium Latin name, so etc. So like this symbol you should know. Already in class 8 standard you already got about this symbol. Okay, so next is coming valency symbol. Next is coming valency, you know, the combining capacity of an element with other element is called valency. Valency is simply a number. Say 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Simply a number. There is no unit. Only valency. This is simply a number. So you should know valency of different elements. To understand about chemical equation, first and foremost thing you should know valency. So this valency is grouped into mainly four. So first group is monovalent means having valency 1. So what are the elements have valency 1? Say hydrogen, then chlorine, then sodium, potassium, etc. etc. Monovalent, having valency 1. Next is coming bivalent. Bivalent means having valency 2. So bivalent, having valency 2, coming oxygen, then magnesium, sulfur, calcium, etc. Okay, so bivalent having valency 2. Next is coming trivalent. Trivalent means having valency 3. So in this category, some of these elements, nitrogen, aluminium, etc., that shows valency 3. And next is coming tetravalent. Tetravalent means having valency 4. This tetravalent, what are the elements having valency 4? First is coming carbon, silicon, etc. So this is sufficient for class 10 students to know about this valency of different elements. Besides these 4 categories, other valency is also there. So you see other valency you see called variable valency. Some of these elements shows variable valency. For example, copper, Cu, it shows valency 1 and 2. Similarly, iron, it shows valency 2 and 3. So basically, class 10 students, you should know this copper and iron. Mostly reactions, copper and iron is there. So you should know this variable valency. And another is there. You see valency polyatomic ions. Polyatomic ions means group of atom having charge called ions. So group of atom, for example, hydroxide, it's OH, written OH. So hydroxide valency 1. Sulfate, SO4, each valency 2 minus. So like this, some of these polyatomic ions valency you should know. Then it will help you to understand this chemical equation. Okay. So next is coming this. So symbol valency gone. Next is coming formula. So formula. So formula, in case of it is the representation of compound formula. For example, water. Everybody knows the formula of water is H2O. How this formula developed? You see, you know already in water hydrogen and oxygen is there. So you should write nearby H and O. What is the valency of hydrogen? 1. What is the valency of oxygen? 2. Cross E. Then this 2 will be below hydrogen. Ultimately H2O 1 you not write. So like this formula form, water formula like this way. Next is you see carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, everybody knows carbon dioxide formula is CO2, but how it is formed? The name itself told that what are the elements present in this carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen. We should write nearby. Then what is the valency of carbon? 4. What is the valency of oxygen? 2. So there is a common factor. So it should be a simplest ratio. By this 2 you divide, 2 to the 4, 1 to 2. So ultimately this one will be below carbon, 2 will be below oxygen, ultimately CO2. So like this formula we write. Another formula important is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide means sodium is there, Na, hydroxide, this is a polyatomic ion, OH. Both have valency 1 and 1. So simply NaOH will be. So like this, we should know formula. After knowing this formula, then what will come? Some examples of chemical reaction. Some example of chemical reaction. So chemical reaction, some examples. What is chemical reaction? Chemical reaction, it is the change of reactants to product. So many reactants join together forming a new substance called product. So it is the change of reactants to product. For example, say A plus B. These are the reactants. So after this AB becomes, say AB. So AB is something different from A. AB is something different from B. So this is chemical reaction. So few examples of chemical reaction will come here. So example, say number one example, say carbon plus oxygen. What is formed? Everybody knows, carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide. Okay. So now this is chemical reaction. Now we have to write in the form of equation. For this purpose, carbon symbol is C, oxygen symbol is O2. It is in the form of molecule. That means two atoms combine to form one molecule of oxygen. So carbon dioxide formula is CO2. So this is the chemical reaction in the form of equation. Similarly, number 2 you see, number 2 say sodium plus water. So when sodium plus water, when sodium reacts with water, it forms sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen form. Okay. Now we write in the form of equation. Sodium symbol Na, water formula H2O, then sodium hydroxide NaOH, and hydrogen H2. So this is chemical reaction. Some of these chemical reactions you should have in your stock, in your mind. That's why example of chemical reaction you have to know. After that, we come to this last part, balancing. How to balance? So before that, you have to know why should we balance chemical equation? To satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Mostly coming in exam. So this, to satisfy the law of conservation of mass, we have to balance it. That means reactant part, what is the mass? And product part, what is the mass? Both should be equal. That is called conservation of mass. That means it is the law of conservation of mass. For this purpose, we have to balance it. How to balance? Actually, whatever this equation written, these are called skeletal equation without balancing. Skeletal equation. We have to balance it. First of all, we come to this example number 1. In this case, one carbon atom is there, and the right side, product side, one carbon atom is there. So it is balanced. oxygen 2 oxygen atom is there, here also 2 oxygen atom, both balanced. So it is already balanced, no need to balance again, no need to. Some of these chemical equations be already balanced, but no need to balance it again. So while balancing, what you have to do, this right corner we have to put few numbers, not below. Right corner we have to put some numbers. Okay, so like this. So already carbon plus oxygen, carbon dioxide already balanced. No need to balance again. So no need to balance again. Come to this second part, second example. Sodium hydroxide. Now you see sodium 1 atom, here also sodium 1 atom balanced. If you see hydrogen 2 atom, hydrogen left side reactant part, and in this side hydrogen 2 and here 1, total 2 plus 1 3. It is not balanced. One side 2, another side 3. It is not balanced. We have to balance it. For this purpose, whatever is odd number, try to make even number. Then our balancing will be easy. So here hydrogen 1, here 2. It is even number. It is odd number. So here we put 2 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen. Total product side 4 hydrogen. But here only 2 hydrogen. So we put here 2. 2 to the 4. And this side also 4. That means hydrogen balance. But whenever we put this 2 number, 2 mark, then 2 oxygen become. And this side you see how many oxygens are here. This oxygen 1, this 2 is there. So 2. Oxygen also balance. Then we see sodium. Product side you see 2 sodium, but here product reactant side 1 sodium. So we put 2 here. So ultimately it becomes balanced. So like this we can balance chemical equation. So overall regarding chemical equation, you have to know these are the topic symbol with the help of mind map. Then it will be clear for you. So today this much. Thank you. And next part we discuss part number 2. We discuss different types of chemical reactions. Thank you.